Hello YouTube, it's Damien, it's the Rise of a Nation here in Denmark, and today with SFB in episode 20 we have HB Coach, who currently find themselves top of the tree after 5 games are played. We also then will play VSK Aharis in the Cup, the Skybank Poklian first round. They're a team that we should be pumping, an amateur side, going to play the kids. So I think what it is, a team full of kids, you know what I mean. We're going to play a few of the guys a bit more on the cusp of the first team in that game there, and this would be a very nice episode to show you that one as well. Not going to go too fully rotated though, because the next game is just, there's a bit of a gap to the 11th, but it'll be interesting to see how we go. And that's where we're going to start, is how we've been in the division. So obviously a great pre-season. We went out and beat the best team in the division on paper in Lynchby, who currently find themselves ninth. So they haven't adapted to life after being relegated here. We went out there and we lost to Esbjerg in a very interesting game, this one here. I almost want to put on the key highlights for this game and just say, I think we're a little bit FM'd. And I know that's going to sound a bit weird. They had 14 shots 9, we had 15 shots 7. We weren't as clinical as they were in front of goal. Really, you were 2-0 down inside 10. And all I'm going to say is, we're 2-0 down inside 10. Zohore and the Shoe, I think, had 6 1-on-1s first half. We only got a goal. And then we found ourselves next minute, in their goal in the 66th. We had a chance, not even 5 minutes before, to go 2-2, and they scored a pen. They hit us in the 81st minute on the break from another chance. And it was just one of those days. On a different day, we slot the chances, and we win this game 4-2. A bit unlucky. On paper, they are still up there in terms of the best team around. Last year they should have went up. They didn't. This year, they should be okay. You can tell that their keeper had a good game. You can see the 2 got a 7.7. So, he made some saves, and some of the saves from Holgerberg was unbelievable, and I was a bit annoyed after that. And you think I was annoyed after that? Boys, I was livid after this game here. We beat one of the worst sides in the division, Nykobing, 6-5. We were 3-1 up after being 1-0 down from nothing. We were then 5-1 up or 4-1 up. And then the Nykobing just turned it around, and mercifully we came back, and then they had a goal in the 78th, and we had to hold on, and I had to go defensive. This is a game that we should have just pumped them in. Easily put, right? Luckily enough, Zohore went ballistic and scored a mountain of goals in this game here, or else we were in trouble. Made some changes to the back line because of that. Kudson came in for a debut. I didn't think it was overly bad. We conceded 5. Razda had a 7.2 conceding 5 goals. Shows you that he had to make a couple of saves as well. It was just very, 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 very leaky, and nothing how I would like it to be. The Shoe also scored in that game, and Frederick Anderson scored a very nice free kick as well in that game there. But it wasn't exactly the game I wanted. Made some changes to the team in terms of the system. We'll show you that. Nothing major. And they seem to click here as we beat Hivador, who also came up last season, 4-0. This was a bit more like it. We went out there, we went and pumped them. Zohore, I cannot sing his praises enough. He is absolutely banging at 7 goals in 5 games in the league. And he is currently playing at a Superliga level. We have a player in him. And with him, anything is possible. Training that finishing, get it up to 13 as quickly as possible, hopefully. But we did pump him here. Villahermosa scored a very nice goal, which for me is the goal of the episode. And I'm not going to do this every episode, but goal of the episode is there. Frederick Anderson's free kick was good, but keeper should have saved it. But this Danny Villahermosa goal, it's his first one for the season and for the club, was a great goal, and I was over the moon with this one here. Obviously we get a little bit lucky, it falls back to the Shoe, but this from Villahermosa, just first time, was still rising when it went in the net. It's a strike and a half. And then we went and played Silkenborg, who we beat in pre-season 4-1, and unfortunately for ourselves, even though it was away from home, we only drew 1-1 in a game that we definitely edged. As you can see here, bit FM'd, really dominated, really had chances. Unfortunately for ourselves, their keeper had a good day out. Razda was not at fault totally for their goal, but came out and didn't get there. And as you can see, we weren't overly great in this game here either. And it is what it is. This is a game we should have converted, we should have won, at least we drew, and, that's the same thing about the Nykobing game. We were poor, but we won. The only game that we were good in and didn't win was the Esbjerg game, and that is it. But at least a bit more defensively solid. In terms of what we did at the back, is Roberts, by the way, who is growing sensationally, just was being really poor in this fullback on attack role. So I'm just moving to wing back on defend, just telling him just to sit in, keep as the 4, and only really get forward when you're ready. He is, by the way, though, in first team football, growing out of as well, the New Zealander, and I cannot wait to see how he's going to go. The same thing here, Hedgegaard, though, Mikel is going on that wing back on support role, getting that little bit more further forward. Frederick Anderson, by the way, we tie down, is currently discussing a new deal to tie him down to 2025, which is good. And apart from that, then yeah, we're doing really well. We have been rotating. Mateus has to come back in as well. He's been decent too. But if we're looking at people that have been, growing really well, Jesper Anderson did have upward arrows, but I know that Jeppe Hansen has got some upward arrows. Like, have a look at him at 15. He is fast growing into a guy that probably when he gets ready and is eligible in December, that I have to get into the first team ASAP. Because have a look at that. There is upward arrows everywhere. Those technical abilities make him so good. Like, so good. It's not even a joke. And he's obviously got good mentals and good physicals. I'm almost half tempted to train him to play fullback at right back. And just say, hey, at right back, you could do a very good job. He's also a very natural free kick taker as well. We do lack that. I think this guy comes in and just is like, yeah, hello, boss, I'm full first choice. It's either that or his pace gets up and I play him out wide. He is going to be absolutely sensational when he turns 16. And we'll be getting Yep into the club as well. There's also a lot of interest in Scoo, who has not played, but last year for me, I thought he was really good, even though he got a 6.8. I thought he was sensational. And it's that work rate, that vision. He is very good, and I feel for the kid. If we didn't sign so many youngsters, this guy who came for our youth intake should be playing. And the fact that he's wanted by a whole host of Superliga sides, apart from Pivador, who probably need him to play this season, kind of shows me that potential is untapped. And me not playing him is a bit of a waste. But we do have HB Coach here today, coach. And the team itself is as you see it. It's Razda, Roberts, Anna Mark, or Christian, Sorares, and Hedgegaard. We obviously moved into more centre defenders, not ball-playing defenders. Hedgegaard, a bit more like Con and, what's his name? Con and Molberg last season. None of them are quick enough to play on covering. They're not. Wilhelmus and Anderson. Wilhelmus has been playing really well this season. Frederick just demands a spot because of how good he is. I feel for the guy because I haven't been able to get him in a position that seems him to flourish as much. Dus is there is in the inside forward because we do have an injury, unfortunately, to Hansen and is it Hansen? Yeah, it's Jensen. Sorry, Jensen. He's out for another week or two. He's been developing really well and obviously been playing pretty great too in the league. But just at a young age, isn't the worst and can play this inverted inside forwards role really well. Good determination, decent amount of speed, can naturally finish. Just hasn't really played too well. Zohore and the shoe is in as well. But yeah, obviously we got some kids that are 15 and that can't play, and the rest of the team is pretty straightforward. Hardborough hasn't set the world alight. I'm not going to sign him on a new contract until he is until he plays well, or we just release him, because to me it doesn't bother me if he plays or not. But yeah, we've got that as well. Ben Nielsen, by the way, yet to start a game, I think, in the league, and still playing quite well. We could get him out there, maybe even at right mid over Madsen, but we won't because Madsen's not bad out there. And away we go. Important to note that once Frank's ready, Frank is the best left winger that we do have at the club. Hansen's form's too good for me to drop him, but Frank will definitely probably come in as well when he turns 16 as well. This coach side, though, are top and definitely are a team that we're not going to absolutely take lightly as well. We're going to ask the assistant what they think. They're playing quite deep. If anything, just press the fullbacks when they get the ball, but that's really it. We'll play the rest by ear. In this system. I have my phone alarm going off and I don't know why. We're not going to go get that. Hopefully you guys can't hear that. I can hear that in the background. Anyway, at home, we've been playing pretty well. We've got 70% of the ball straight off the bat here. Hopefully, we just go and make this game our own. The former Zohore has been really good. Why is Christian taking our corners? He's not the tallest centre-back, I will say that, but there's no way Christian should be taking our corners. That is for sure. In the end, that should be our ball, and it is here with Soares, and Soares has punched the ball into Madsen. Good at feet. Frederick Anderson knows how to play a ball, but that isn't his best. But it fools Mikel Hedegaard, and it's just the shape that the four are there, that gets the ball back, which is really good. Anyway, that ball to Zohore is blocked off, but again, we get on it, and Sarares punts it. Zohore's onside, takes a good touch, gets to the byline, beats a couple, fools the Dus, and unfortunately for us, Dus keeps it at a nice height for the keeper to make the save. And the 16-year-old still struggling for his first goal at the club, but hasn't been bad. Anyway, throw-in comes in on that side, and Al Beach, by the way, looks like a very big boy, and keeps the ball somehow. And Al Beach is picked off by Dus, though, and Hedegaard punts it, looking for the shoe. He lives for these moments. It's the shoe. It's straight at the keeper. And it's probably one thing that I will say. Dim, you don't have to apologise for having a boys' night out. You're all good. We didn't stream last night. Anyway, Wilhelmosa ball in to Dus. Doesn't find him. Still 0-0 here, YouTube. Still 0-0 here, everybody else. And this is the sort of thing that's been happening this year where we have dominated games. We just haven't put them away and put them to bed. But at the moment, not too bad. Also important to note, I've also taken us a free kick as well. Madsen. We don't score many, but the shoe straight at the keeper. We're going to get FM'd. I have taken run at defence off by memory. Oh, no, I haven't. Okay. I swear we did that in a game and we were all right. You haven't missed much, Dim. Haven't missed much. I am going to take that off as well because we're not the best at... Oh, they're going to score because I'm making changes. Razda, good save. That highlight would have ended if I wasn't clicking around. Razda's been really good in goal. But yeah, because we're not the greatest in terms of dribbling, I've turned that off. And then you will naturally see, I think, Frederick Anderson run, who's picked up an early booking. But yeah, really, really should have been at least 1-0 up in this game. Somehow not. And 0-0 approaching half-time. It is not where we want to really be. Hasn't been the greatest half. I'm going to thrash my arms and tell them I'm not pleased. I know that Code are top at the moment, but at home, 7 shots, 7. Like, can we please get a goal? And it's a highlight. One will bring 2 here. And Anderson, Cullum, just looks for the shoe and it might find him. Beats one, the shoe, chips it in. And when you do need a goal, that man will score. And this is why Nielsen won't play, is as much as the shoe is not apparently up to the level of this division. He was the leading goal scorer in it last year, and he has 4 goals in 5 or 6 league games this season. A bit of a mistake there by Fiala to not get on it, but the shoe, around a couple of people, chips it into that near stick. Mercifully, the goalkeeper is beat, and we are 1-0 up after having 8 shots on target. The back four having a very good day out, but the midfield isn't. I am going to make our first change. I feel like Jesper Anderson's a better person to come in here. He is free star at 16. Get him out there, the youngster. And there we go. We are going to confirm that one there. And we will see how this plays out now. Wilhelm also not having his best game out there as well. Nor is Zohore. Anyway, Anderson puts a ball in there, cleared away. Should be Callum Roberts if he gets on his bike, and it is. And he looks straight away to Jeppe Anderson. He gets on the ball towards the byline, chips it. Madsen header. What a ball from Jeppe Anderson off the bench, the 16-year-old. And the other one at the back sticking, Matthias Madsen scores his second of the year. And that is all she's probably going to write for that game here. And eventually our quality is shone through. Off the bench goes Anderson and Madsen there with the ball. And the first thing Jeppe Anderson does is he gets himself an assist. And that's what you love to see. Wilhelmosa is pretty much dead. I'm going to go and get Harbour in as a central mid on support because that's what he likes. And you know what? This isn't a bad game to get Nielsen in, move the shoe around and Nielsen the other way. And Zohore scored 5 in a game or 4 in a game. He's got 8 and 6 now. He can afford to be rested here. Anyway, we're 2-0 up here. Ben Nielsen, by the way, in pre-season used to come off the bench and score every time. It would not surprise me if we see him get a goal eventually just off the bench. He's not played bad once as well, come off the bench. That is a ball and a half. Razda, I need you. In the end, don't need him because it was off target. And away we go. 11 shots, 9. It really could have been 3 or 4. And we should have been alright. Apparently we can make one more change. I am going to get Henrik Dus for Diallo, even though Diallo's not good on that side, just with late minutes. Just to get the substitute. The back four and the keepers had a really good game. That's what I've looked for here. A clean sheet. Bit open towards the end of it, but a clean sheet. And we've struggled for this. Razza getting an 8.0, Michael Hedegaard getting an 8, both centre-backs having a good game, and Roberts. And that's exactly what we wanted. We wanted to go and do that as well. But yeah, going forward, really good. We played pretty well. Zohore didn't have his best of game, but you know, before this he had 7 in 5, including 4 in a game. So he's allowed to have the occasional off day. And I absolutely love that performance. That is the typical performance that you want to see from this SFB side. And we can play like that for the season. You just don't know where we're going to end up, if that's promotion or not. But yeah, as you can see here, 6 games played, 13 points, 2 behind Coj now, 2 behind Esberg. Esberg have beaten us, obviously. We've beaten Coj now. And hopefully we'll be okay. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you the goals of this Nashstev Bold Club game YouTube, and then I will be back for the first round of the Cup, where we will play a bit more of the kids. Ep Anderson will play. If any of the other kids that are available have turned 16 will play. And saying that, I reckon our hot prospect in Hukic is 16 in August. You might be able to see him in the next game. I'll let you know in just a second. Hold the phone. I think he is 16. Apparently Anderson Kudson now is back as a hot prospect. I would say he is a very good prospect, but yeah. He turned 16 on the 25th. Yeah, Safet Hukic, get ready for him to come in. You'll play in the middle of the park, I reckon, in that cup game. Anyone else here? Frank, that's in November, October. And Yepa is in December, so we have to wait for that one. But yeah, look, the boys will be okay. It'll be a bit of a rotated side. You'll see a bit more of the kids in this game coming up as well. Apparently, Callum Roberts is a little bit jaded. We'll give him a rest. Why not? And I'm really, 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 really happy with that one there. Game, don't you dare crash. I've clicked on scouting. Okay, I'm going to save and end this part of the episode before I waffle on too long. I'll see you in a second, YouTube. Don't go anyway. Welcome back, YouTube. We have got this VSK game here in the Cup. I'm going to just put it out there. Games on the 31st, especially games at 7 p.m. on the 31st of August, always take forever to get to. We spent about 10 minutes trying to sim through the 31st to get here. We did play Nashstev. We won 1-0 in a game that we should have won by about 5 goals. We dominated. The Shuj on a different day has a hat-trick, and Nielsen does well too. We did win 1-0. The whole time, me and the stream were like, this is the game we get FM'd in, isn't it? And Zohore turned around and scored. I'm going to show you the disallowed goals because one of these goals is definitely not offside. And this goal here, they didn't even show us VAR. I went with the naked eye, thought he was on, and we slowed it down, and we reckon he's just a hair off. When Anderson plays this ball, he's virtually level with Anderson. Half a step backwards, he's behind Anderson, so it's very close, but yeah, the game ruled him off. No VAR check at all, which was ridiculous. Then, obviously here, Zohore eventually gets us 1-0 up in a game we dominated. Good ball into the channel. The touch wasn't the greatest, had to wait for it to come back. But once it did, he thumped it in. It was good. And then Nielsen came in, and Ben still hasn't scored a goal in a professional game for the club. Obviously, had a very good pre-season. Has not started a game in the league. He's going to start today. And this is a goal that just kind of sums up that we are doing things quite right here. It was well built out. Dus gets on it. His ball over there to Frederick Anderson. Chips it in the header guard. Header guard then in the end gets on the ball. And I think we actually end up losing it and then winning it back. Yeah, we do. But, the build-up play for it was really good. We get this ball here, and this is the one that he's offside by a mile, but at least he finishes. And they showed us the lines for that one there. But this one in the 90th, he's well on. The lines came up, and he was behind the centre-back when this ball was played, and the movement of Ben Nielsen is what we're highlighting here. Hopefully we can see it today, because he needs a goal. But in the end, good movement, get on the ball. Dus can't go forward, keeps it to Vilhermosa, chips it into Nielsen. His run started from behind the man. Flag goes up. And for the whole time until the referee blew his whistle, we thought, hang on, this is going to be an FMing. But it wasn't, and here we go. Anyway, in terms of the team, because we do have some time between games, I want us to obviously go into a bit more of a full-strength lineup. I'm not against VSK. They're in the bottom divisions. A few of these lads have been playing, obviously, in the reserves and that. They played not too long ago. But there's names that we need to address. Lindgaard, Kudson's one of the key prospects. Christian's still here. Krul's come in because there's an injury to Mortensen, and I was going to play Will, but Will was suspended, which is not good. Yeppie Anderson played in the B team, but obviously doing okay, and Yeppie knows what he's doing. I cannot wait for, obviously, these two boys to turn 15 as well. Frederick Anderson getting a rest, so is the shoot. Diallo, everybody knows about Scoo. Scoo's been growing really well, deserves to play. We'll change him into a deeper line playmaker before we start. Diallo, obviously, on one side. Arnie's coming back from injury. He's fit for 60. Going to play him for 45, then bring him off the Dus. Ben Nielsen up top here, and Zohore will start as well. Hukic just turned 16 as well, so hopefully get to see him today. Ramson's been scoring and playing well in the reserve side. playing as a up top. Wouldn't usually use him in the middle of the park. I think he's a very decent, advanced playmaker-y sort of player. I think he's also very good up top as well. He's a very good pressing forward. He's also decently tall. Well, he's not decently tall, but he's decently. Well, I don't know why they think one target man. Tell me why. I don't see it. And target man out wide. I don't see it. But yeah, he can play in a few decent positions. Can Rumson as well. And obviously Bo is the other backup centre back here and has been playing very well in the 16s too, in the 19s. So we're going to go with that. Maybe we'll start Dus actually on the left and we'll get Arnie off the bench. But hopefully nothing up top gets hurt and we can be okay and Hukic can come in and play this game. We should be okay. No one's selected and all that as well. I'm just going to auto number these guys here as well. Is there a better number for Hukic? There is. Give him the 17. That seems about right there. So people obviously not in agreement in terms of the team. People there making their debuts. Obviously a lot of changes. But yeah, against VSK, who are down in the the Denmark Series 4 division, we should be okay. Been a good run lately. Go out there and impress me. That's definitely something I'm going to say. Assistant doesn't really care. I am going to go press him and just go after him. In saying that, though, they are playing with this 5-back system. I don't like doing it against the 5-back and the 4-4-2. Right. Can we, clear this? Thank you. Just press the wing-backs, then. In terms of players for us, tactics for us, we do have to change some roles here quickly as well. Scoot plays a lot better as a deep line playmaker on support. I prefer that anyway in this system as well. And we will see how we go in this game here. Score prediction in the chat. As long as we score early, we pump them. And it'll be nice to see these kids go. Anderson has a future here. I think Screw does too. Kudmason obviously will do really well. Lindgaard and Krul have been here before. Diallo obviously is the backup winger and is really good. If we had Frank available, he's 15, he would play. We'll see how we go. 4-0 win, I hope so. Anyway, Ben Nielsen, I want to see him score, the New Zealander. And that's a ball to Zohore. He really should have buried. He had enough time probably to take a touch. But something we haven't been doing late is scoring goals early. And we find ourselves here 0-0. Anyway, that's flicked through. We should have probably started the backup keeper in this game too, but Razda can go out there and just marshal everyone around. That is okay. And he goes long, Raz, and he's looking for Diallo, and he's quick, and he picked him out. Diallo's away. The youngster still going, sends the keeper the wrong way. That has somehow stayed out. How? It's hit the inside of the post and come out. Zohore gets there. That's an unbelievable run. Straight at the keeper, though. How did that stay out? Diallo somehow did not score. I do not know how. We've started very well in this game. We're dominating, but no early goal, which is not what you want to see. We want the early goal. Time's still ticking here. No goal coming at all. If they score from distance, I'll be livid. Razda, easy claim for the keeper. Well, the longer the game stays 0-0, it's better for the amateur side. It's another ball punted towards Nielsen, and he does pick it up. Diallo's quick, but he gets tackled, and something tells me that this is their highlight, unless they give it back to us, and they don't here. And they got numbers, and they've got a runner. Oh, boys, we're going to be 1-0 down. I do not like this. This shouldn't be a sweat fest. And they're keeping it very well. That is a good run. Razda should be yours and his. His distribution has been great from the keeper. There's another great ball. Looking very long. Nielsen's with him. He's not going to go himself, isn't he? Yeah, of course he is. Just cut it, son. All right, boys. It's 30 minutes in. Come on. Should be at least a goal up. Anderson puts a ball in there. Decent ball, but cleared. 0-0, 30 minutes in. Not good enough. Sorry. I know it's the kids. It's not good enough. Dominated. We should have had a goal too. Diallo's chance should go in. I don't know how that stayed out. Anyway, Razda's forced long. Nielsen takes a good touch and gives it out to Dus. And Dus, the youngster, is here we go. Zohore should be a goal. In the net, boys. Not the bloody post-looking things. Not the metal, in the net. In the net. In the net. We're going to get FM'd. We're going to lose. We're going to lose. Hadjit's in and Ramsden in like for like. We're going to get FM and go out in the first round of the Cup, aren't we? Are we serious right now? If they score, you know it's all over. They score, you know we're dead. Ball in, cleared away. Can we get on it? Maybe? Sloth. It's a decent ball out of the Cruz. He's got numbers. It's a ball that we should deal. Lingard didn't need it. Hukic wins it very nicely, though, the Bosnian in the middle. Dush chips it to no one in particular. That is very rushed from the youngster. Habby. That should be Diallo's ball, and he's quick enough to go. And there he goes. All right, use your speed, mate. You're quick. Zohore, you got to be in the box. Got to get someone at the back stick. Should be a goal. Mercifully 1-0 up. Can we just score early so I don't have to bloody panic? Hopefully that is the floodgates. Because it's just not been good enough. Really. On a different day, we're 3-4-0 up here at halftime. And it's been happening in the league too where we dominate. Mercifully, thank Christ. It's 1-0. Arnie's coming back from injury. Get him out there. Dus has just not performed at our level. Pre-season was okay. We did play him up front, not out wide. Probably prefers out front. That's a poor kick. Diallo wins it. Ben Nielsen. Good ball into Zohore's path. We have a chance for 2. It's blocked. It's blocked. Krul gets back on it, but I would imagine that was the highlight. His ball in, though. What a ball. Ben Nielsen's offside. Mate, you got to stay on, mate. Far out. How many times do you want to get caught offside? He's had 4 goals this season disallowed for offside. Yet again, arguably, is very, very tight. The New Zealander can't find a goal. He scored in every pre-season game off the bench, basically. Can't find a goal. It's absolutely ridiculous out here. How have we not put this game to bed? And it's a highlight, and I don't particularly want to see this highlight because they're just punting ball. Oh my, what a ball. Good boy, Razda. Man, I had such high hopes for Ben. Pre-season looked like he was not going to... Pre-season's form, he deserved to start over the shoe. Now I can't find even a goal. Jensen. Looks for Zohore. Great ball. Cuts it. Diallo should score. Very well. Nice move. Very nice move. Diallo's only first... I swear Diallo's scored this season. Maybe he hasn't. I swear he came off the bench and scored in game number 1 against Lyngby. Man, nah, Madsen scored in that one. And there we are. Thank God it's 2-0. It looks like it's all she wrote. Berger predicted 2-0 in the chat. Just casually. Highlight though. And Thompson, not the best kick, but does alright. Ramsden does win it back though. His ball into the channel, Zohore. He's got numbers. He's got Ben with him. In the end, doesn't need him. Zohore scores his 10th for the year. Ramsden with the assist. Ramsmussen with the assist. And there we are. It's 3. Someone predict 4 in the chat. Did Dim predict 4, boys? Dim predicted 4-0. 4-0's now on. One more late one. And there's a highlight for you, Dim. Goodmanson. Razda goes long. Zohore's a big boy, but doesn't get up. But it will fall to Krul. And Krul now has got Jensen in space, and he's quick enough, and he drives. Where's Ben? Where's the boys? Just puts his foot on it. There's nothing wrong with that. Hukic, the Bosnian. What a ball. The 16-year-old. Krul now. Early ball. Ben Nielsen heads in. It's counted. I thought that one was off. Dimmy has won the score prediction in the last couple of minutes. There we go. Krul, ball in. Arguably looks offside. Keeper came and missed it. Nielsen nearly put it off target anyway. He looked arguably offside, to be fair. No, the other centre-back kept him on. That's fine. Finally scores his 2nd of the year. Barring a highlight, it's all she wrote. It is all she wrote. Dim, dim, dim. Dim, 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 dim. That's a very good win, boys, in the end. Goals coming late. 82, 88, 90th, but that game should have been a lot better. Good game from the back 4. Razda had a very good game as well, and I thought the boys were very decent. Obviously, Screw and Anderson played a bit unfit. Hukic, I thought, had a decent day. And there we go. I'm very happy with that. Very well done. Into the next round of the Cup. Not going to bother showing you it. the more likelihood we don't draw a big side in round 2. If we do, I'll let you know, obviously, and it'll be in the YouTube episode. Next episode will definitely be another league game in the cup. I like doing them. You know, it's important at our level that you see a little bit of a cup run. But yeah, that's a very good win for us. In terms of the chat, boys, you know what's coming up. It hasn't happened in a long while. Gamble. And we hit it. Yeah, that's right. That's right, YouTube. You're not aware. Every time someone gets a prediction right, I have to gamble. Ooh, the chips away. And the chips, though, stay with me and we double it up. But yeah, there we are. Very happy with that. A 4-0 win. Hukic makes his professional debut, I thought. And I was not happy at halftime. It was true. But this guy doesn't know how to lie down. He is very, very, very good. From Damo and everybody else here, YouTube, I am very happy with that episode. Indeed, in the end, we find ourselves second in the league. We're through to the next round of the cup. Zohore's in form and scoring goals. And Ben Nielsen finally has a goal as well. From me and everybody else here, I'll see you next time. Thank you and goodbye.